Alright. Big Wolf on Campus, Season 2, Episode 14, Manchu, Part 2. It's a continuation of the last episode. They call it Manchu Part 2 for some reason. Maybe it was a callback to Hot Shots Part 2. Who knows? Then yes, where we last left off our heroes, Tommy and Merton, were stuck in the dungeon at the Werewolf Syndicate lair, while Lori is turning into an evil werewolf. So Tommy and Merton are stuck down there in the dungeon trying to figure a way out. And they try to use some of the stuff they have in their pockets. Merton concocts an idea where he's going to fill a sock up with shavings from this rock that can burn and use an acid tablet. But Tommy eats the acid tablet. But Chip, who was sent there with another werewolf to guard them, thinks there's something wrong with him because he's foaming from the mouth. So they knock both the other of those werewolves out, Chip and the other one, and escape. They disguise themselves as Werewolf Syndicate members, but they do eventually get caught because they try to escape, but they get brought into the big meeting room because they have a meeting. And so they're in there, and Lori is able to sniff them out, so they took off their helmets, but they're able to escape, and they gotta find a way to... And so Merton comes up with an idea. They use these darts with laced with Wolfsbane to shoot at her, but he's a bad shot. They try to get... Oh, I forgot. They try to get Lori. There's a big old fight in the dark. They think they can get Lori, but it ends up being the werewolf leader. Yes, the werewolf leader. So they call Chip, and they say they're going to exchange the leader for Lori. But Lori, on the other hand, doesn't want that. She's decided she wants to be the leader of the Werewolf Syndicate. But Chip says you can only do that if you defeat the current leader. So it can't happen right now, you know. So then a very complicated plan happens. Chip shows up at the meeting place. And he doesn't have Lori, but he tries to offer like a leather jacket. But then Lori shows up at the lair to find out where the leader was, so that she can get the leader and challenge the leader to a fight. So why didn't they act like they were going to do an exchange, but then Lori turns on them, and they take the leader back to the Syndicate hideout? Why do we have to have an extra scene where she goes to the lair to interrogate Merton? Runtime? I don't know, but so they take the leader back to the Werewolf Syndicate headquarters, and she challenges him to a fight, and we see him turn into a werewolf, the only time that we ever see him, but he loses. So Lori is now the leader of the Werewolf Syndicate. Tommy and Merton then sneak their way back in with the dart. I do like the exchange where he's like, all right, grab the blow darts. Okay, here. And then he's like, Merton, he's like, oh, you may grab the blow dart and come with you. Told him. But, so Tommy has to try to take down the almost fully, like, the time frame, it's like we have 45 minutes, and they get there, and they have like 2 minutes left. How long did it take for them to get there? They have 45, I know it's a trope, we have 45 minutes left, and then when it's time to finally do stuff, we got 2 minutes left. You just said 45 minutes. It took you 43 minutes to get from where you were to there. I would think of a different strategy. You know? Just say, of course, Lori doesn't want to change, but you know, they use the thing, and they turn Lori back into a werewolf. And because she is defeated, Tommy is now the leader of the werewolf syndicate. Technically, it should be Merton, because Merton was the one who hit the blow dart. So, and turned her back into a human. So, technically, it should be Merton that is the leader. But Tommy is the leader, and he says they're not going to be evil anymore. They're going to be nice. And they're not going to ever come to Pleasantville again. Leave everyone alone. And, yeah. We don't see the Werewolf Syndicate again until season 3. Even if it's very little to do with them. I think maybe they could have done more with these characters, but you know. I'm just saying, they're a great recurring villain that we don't really... Like, I feel like maybe they should have been in the season finale instead of what we got. I'll explain it when we get to that episode, which will be later on today, but you know. We're getting close. I think part 1 is stronger than part 2. Does it merit... You're always going to ask, does this merit 2 parts? I think it does. I think it works as a 2-parter. You know, there's also sometimes you can say, oh, there's so much filler in each part you just take off. I don't know. Other than the one scene where Lori shows up at the lair to question Merton, and she just went with Chip, she wouldn't have to question Merton. I don't know what that scene adds. I think that's the only scene where we get the information that they're going to use the blow darts. Other than that, I don't know. But yeah, part 1 was definitely stronger. But this is not bad. It's the only 2-parter, the only actual official 2-parter. Right? The season finale, season premiere thing, I don't know. They're connected, but the story elements are kind of separate in a way. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it short because I gotta use the bathroom. So, on to the next one.